I'm Rob.
And I'm Louie.
And this is Suicide Guy VR Review
by Barefoot Gaming. Rob, what do you do in this game?
The premise of Suicide Guy VR is you are a guy that has fallen asleep, and the only way you can wake up is by dying. And I mean, these are so safe that you have to commit suicide to wake up. There are 25 plus levels, 3 bonuses. That's the basic gist. So they're all puzzles.
Yes. If you die in the game, do you die in real life?
You do not, because we have had to die an awful lot of times.
That is lucky.
It is lucky.
I was worried.
Now, really, there isn't that much more to it. We could give examples of the fact that, there's different, like there'll be a catapult, or there'll be buttons you have to press, or things.
Yep.
You're moving stuff around, and the ultimate goal of the puzzle is you need to wake up, and the only way you can do that is via suicide.
It's like that DiCaprio movie, but different.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, the one where they're always falling asleep over and over and over.
Inception.
He's asleep. It's the same thing.
Now that's the basic premise. This is not an expensive game. It is like $5 US, $8 Canadian, £5. Louis, pros, cons, what do you think? Do you recommend this game?
One of my pros is you can switch between smooth movement and teleportation while you're playing this game. You just jump into controls, because there was a couple levels where I was switching in between the two, just because some things are easier in teleportation and some things are easier like moving blocks with smooth movement, because you can actively push it, where if you're using the teleportation, you've got to push a little bit and then take a couple steps backwards, teleport forward. One of my big downfalls for the game is you can't really skip levels. If you get stuck on one and you want to move on, you're basically forced into watching a walkthrough online.
Which we did do. We did actually.
For one tiny clue.
Yeah, for part of a level that we just couldn't wrap our brain around. And we had the concept right.
Yeah.
But the problem was it was slightly off.
Yes, but all of the things they're not too hard. They make sense in a way. They're not so far outside of the box that it's impossible to solve. Rob, what about you?
I'm gonna say for pros, the game looks fine. I like the fact that it's got smooth and teleportation movement. However, with teleportation movement, it is, like Louis was saying, super difficult to do certain things. And I get that they put teleportation in there to help people that have issues with smooth movement, but there's a jump button. So if you have problems with jumping in VR, which is worse than smooth locomotion, the game is going to make you feel a little nauseous. So know that going in. You have to have a little bit of a stomach to play this. Taking it back to the fact that I wish you could skip levels, I do wish you could, because when you get totally stuck, it's a little frustrating, like any puzzle game. And there are a lot of levels, 25 plus the 3 so far, right? You're getting lots of content, but if you get stuck on level 3, then you're not getting all that content. So that's a negative to me. The game is so inexpensive, it's really hard to give it any cons on any of that stuff. The fact that it has as much polish as it does, even though it has some issues with physics sometimes, can be a little frustrating, grabbing something and dragging it, or grabbing it and teleporting it. All of that aside, it's fun, it's cheap. Honestly, if you like puzzle games, you'll probably like this. And so what? If you get stuck, go through, find the walkthrough, and find out where you're stuck, move past it and keep going. There's lots of levels, lots of different things. And I know because we were watching each other play, it definitely helped to have like another perspective on it. So we actually treated it more like a multiplayer co-op game, actually, more than anything else. But that's the review for Suicide Guy VR. If you have any questions, leave them down below. We will be back with more reviews soon. We'll talk to you again.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.